Hello everybody, and surprise, we have a bonus pick a card reading. The reason for this is that, and just adjust those, everything's kind of messy, including my nails because they're kind of yellowy. I took that black nail varnish off before and it has stained my nails and it's gross. But you know what, it was a surprise for me too. I didn't know I was going to be doing this reading and I just suddenly felt the urge. So you're going to have to put up with that. I'm doing this reading because Saturn went direct in Capricorn today on the 29th. So this is kind of be timeless. During the period that the Saturn is moving forward now in Capricorn. So this is kind of to do with long-term goals and kind of what do you want to do? What do you really want to work hard on? What goals are you setting for yourself in the future? And where do you have to kind of put the commitment in to make your dreams happen? So hopefully this is going to allow us to do a little bit of introspective work, if nothing else, to kind of hold a mirror up to ourselves, figure out what we want from life and how we're going to get there. Where are we going to put the effort in? Because Saturn and Capricorn are both kind of they're both kind of very, very stable, grounded, practical energy that wants to get things done. The goal setting energy. So let's see what this gives us. You can either choose the dog, the car, the hat, the thimble, or the boat. You could pick one of those, particularly if you feel particularly drawn to one of those. Perhaps if one of those symbolizes a goal for you, or perhaps you may just feel like you want to kind of pause the video, take a few deep breaths, have a look at the cards, see if you feel drawn to one pile more than another. Use your intuition, use your judgment. Do try and choose using your heart and your gut rather than your head, and see where that takes you. And there'll be timestamps in that description box down below. You can go and find the timestamp for your choice and it will take you straight to that layout. So okay, pause the video, choose your deck, and skip down to the time scamp. Maybe some of you are scamps. Go and hit that timestamp down below and I will see you in a moment with your selection. Okay, those of you who chose the dog, I am afraid that we have somebody here who is trying to get my attention, who is definitely not a dog. Maybe she's come to interfere because she's anti-dog, but this is Bess. She's new to our household and she's definitely causing me trouble during tarot card readings. Jojo, do you want to try and encourage Bess to come out of the room while I do this recording? So go, walk off. Come on, Bess. Follow Jojo. Follow Jojo. Back in a second, guys. There we go. Off she goes. Typical. The dog reading gets interrupted by a cat. I smell a rat. Cats, dogs, and rats. Goodness me. Right. Okay. So to be sensible for a second, here is your spread. Up here, these red cards. This is your goals. So what are your long-term goals? You have quite a few. Time to go. By the book. Deep knowing. Message in a bottle, and between worlds. Interesting. Sorry, cat noises continue. She is a very vocal girl. Here we have also giving me a little bit more information about your long-term goals. So what we have here is the Nine of Wands. This is kind of the Wounded Warrior card. This is so your goals are to do with perseverance regarding some kind of ending here with the Time to Go card and the World card, between worlds. This is all to do with like you're sort of manifesting a whole new start in your life, a whole new opportunity. It's kind of like a big change. You are looking to do this by the book though. There's a sense of wanting to do things the right way. This is being driven by some sort of deep knowing. It could be like intuition. It could be some kind of I'm being drawn attention to the word knowing and the word book. So it's like you could have read a book. There could be a book that's important to you. There could be you've got some sort of knowledge from a book, which is leading you kind of in a new to a new place. You know that you have to leave something behind with that time to go card. The message in a bottle is here. Message in a bottle. This is kind of like almost like a cry for help to the universe. It may be that you were in a situation where you felt like this wounded warrior. You felt like you'd been persevering with something for a very, very long time. You were kind of feeling really battered and bruised in this past situation. So you're kind of in the process with that Between Worlds card of kind of changing, like it's like a big huge cycle change in your life. It's the sorts of thing that it might be like you're leaving a job because you want to go into further education, or you are you've been a housewife for a long time and now it's time to kind of get back into the workforce. It's this kind of like big change that is coming in for you. So what if some of you may want to write a book with the by the book card and the message. It's drawing my attention to like writing and words. Wordsmith popped into my head. Somebody may be a bit of a wordsmith. So your long-term goals, really having to leave something behind, wanting to do it the right way, following some kind of deep knowing, deep spiritual understanding, stepping into something that's going to feel like you're stepping into a whole new world. And you've been in this situation where you've had to persevere with something for a long time. It may be that you've been doing something for a long time by the book, like working hard on something, and you know it's kind of about to pay off for you, or that's the goal, you want it to pay off. Kind of a sense of watching and waiting there as well with that Nine of Wands. The energy surrounding you and your goals, the sea serpent, the bee, and the spider. Again, the spider there is like working hard on something. It's doing something over and over again. The spider spins its web every single day. So it's like Ariadne they're giving me as well. It's like this kind of like you've done something over and over and over again with that Wounded Warrior card. Persevered. You kind of become like a master craftsman at something. Again, the bee has this sense of working really, really hard, like a busy bee. You've really been putting the effort into something. You've been trying to do something right here. The sea serpent card is kind of like this Ouroboros energy. It's kind of chasing your tail. Perhaps you feel like you've been chasing your tail. You've put the work into something for a long time. You feel a little bit like it's not getting you anywhere. But this is one of the spirit cards. This card tells me, like with this world card here, there is something that's kind of destined for you. You can see as well, it almost looks like kind of like a little egg there with like little sperms around it almost. So it's like birthing this new possibility for you. I feel like the universe is on your side. You've got all these circles here as well. The Ouroboros circle here of the sea serpent, the bee has a circle, the spider is spinning circles, the world is one big circle. It's like there's a huge cycle change for you, or you feel like you've been spinning around in circles. Now I'm just going to kind of move over. My camera's in a different position to what it's usually in. Actually no, I can do it from this side. So again, unexpected. I wasn't expecting to do a reading right now. What are the blockages? So you're going for your goals. You've got your long-term plans. What are the blockages that you may encounter? Yeah, feeling really, really stuck, but the sun is coming in. Beautiful. I'll move on to the sun in a second. So there's some kind of blockage here. There's a feeling of being trapped. I think you have definitely grown. It's like a big fish in a small pond energy, where you feel like you've outgrown something. You've kind of done that work where you've turned into this butterfly, right? You've turned from a caterpillar that's like low down onto the butterfly, which is on a high branch. So it may be that you've kind of worked up the career ladder, and you've got to a point where it's like, right, okay, I'm ready to unfold my wings to go somewhere else. If this butterfly unfolds its wings, you can see on this card, it's in danger of kind of damaging itself on these swords that are around it. So the butterfly is trapped. The obstacle that you're going to face is this feeling of feeling trapped in a position, trapped in a situation where you feel like you've outgrown it. You want to spread your wings, you want freedom, but you can't for some reason. Now, the sun is a really interesting card. It's the most positive card in the tarot. So it's strange that it should come in your hurdle. I might just spend a second thinking about this. Okay, I'm still puzzling slightly over this. I've pulled a clarifier and you've got the Magician in the reverse for this. Feeling there could be a Leo that is causing problems for you. The Sun card is a Leo. What I'm getting, you could have a son, a child. You're stuck in a place because you have this parental responsibility to a child, possibly. But what I'm getting from it mostly is kind of almost like blinded by the sun, like the sun is so happy and it's like freedom. It's almost like a fear of they're kind of showing it me as like say someone who's been in their house kind of for a long time, and it's dark inside the house, and then you go outside the house and it's like you're blinded by the sun and the expansiveness of the open world outside. So it's like fear. I think this is it, fear, because I joke a lot of the time. I'm like, I like being in the house. I'm a bit of a homebody. I do like going outside though, but I make jokes quite a lot of the time of like, oh, what's the sky fire? The sky fire burns. It's too bright. This kind of like joke about being a bit of a nerd and like being inside. So possibly you are scared of being blinded by a situation. You're scared of quite how big this is for you. Like when you step out into the next place that you're going, this new world, it's like jumping from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond all of a sudden, where it's like almost like I could swim anywhere, I could go anywhere, I could be anything, and it's like it's almost like too much freedom. It's like, yeah, I'm getting this like too much energy, and this could be an obstacle for you to overcome, because it's like you've wanted this, you've manifested this, it's been a long time coming. Finally you're on that verge where you're ready to step into this new situation, and it's like you're going to get an attack of the nerves, and you're going to kind of forget that you've been trying to manifest this. You've almost like doubting your ability to handle this. The Magician is in the upright is somebody who can handle anything. Like they take the sky and make it a tangible reality. They take dreams, wishes, make them a tangible reality. They've got all the tools of the trade. But it's like you're going to have this confidence crisis. The sun can mean confidence. Yeah, it's like you want to spread your wings, but you're going to have this confidence crisis where you're going to doubt your abilities. Now that's not to say you don't have the abilities. This is the obstacle you have to overcome, this self-doubt. Okay, you can do this. Being the Magician has got you this far. It's got you to this point. So don't doubt your abilities to be able to do this. This is the obstacle you need to overcome. Okay, so let's move on to what is supporting you. What energy is supporting you? The Seven of Swords. Now that again is really interesting. It's almost like I would expect these to be the opposite way around. The energy supporting you is some kind of the Seven of Swords is kind of like a bit of a thief energy. It's like the thief in the night. It's a card about keeping secrets, playing your cards well, being very, very logical, strategic, kind of flying under the radar with something, not being obvious, but taking a circumspect route. So you may have to be a little bit crafty in this situation. Funny that you're showing us the dog, where I'd say this is much more of a cat-like energy of kind of being quite, being very, very strategic. You have to be strategic here. Don't go rushing in. That's this secretive energy, this kind of having cards up your sleeve. I'm getting REM. If you believe he put a man on the moon, if you believe there's nothing up his sleeve, then nothing's cool. So you may want to go and look that song up, and just check out those lyrics. It may be helpful to you. What are your fears regarding your hopes and dreams and wishes, your goals? What are your fears? Hermit and the Emperor. You may yeah, it's very similar actually to this hurdle here. So what I'm kind of getting is the Emperor is somebody who has very much like the Magician. They have everything they need to be successful. The Emperors are super successful. They're all four kings of the tarot. They've kind of got a bit of every suit, just like the Magician has like the sword, the pentacle, the cup and the wand. So they've kind of got it all going for them. They have the capability of doing something. But with the Hermit card, it's almost like it kind of perhaps goes against your nature a little bit, because the Emperor is a leader. They take control, and you perhaps are feeling a little bit more like the Hermit, who is a little bit more introspective, who perhaps likes their quiet time. So it's almost like a fear for you of do I have what it takes to kind of change energy from being this almost like quite what's the word, unassuming, perhaps somebody who's quite unassuming, perhaps likes to fade in with the wallpaper a little bit, be part of the team, be the grey man, and suddenly like moving into this position where perhaps you have a position of authority. You could be a boss, for example. The Emperor could be a husband as well. He could represent a father. You could be have fears around what your father might say about this. The Emperor is Aries, Taurus energy, I think. I don't know why I'm having a blip there. Possibly Capricorn too. The Hermit is Virgo energy. So yeah, you could be dealing with these signs. You could be worried about people who have these signs. But I'm more seeing it as, yeah, it's almost like you're having some sort of confidence crisis with that Sun card there, and with the Magician with all his tools. It's like, do I really have what it takes to do this? I kind of want to retreat back into my shell. I want to kind of hide and just stay with my arms folded around me in that cocoon. That's where your fears lie. Yeah, kind of like this self-doubt. What's supporting you with the Seven of Swords being there, which is a card about deception? This self-deception in a strange way could be supporting you, because what it could be doing, this feeling of not being good enough, could actually, with that Virgo card there as well, with the Hermit card, it's like it's prompting you to try harder. It's like you've got this drive to really prove yourself, and not just to other people, but prove to yourself that you can do this. It's like, yeah, it's almost like imposter syndrome. This, like, yeah, and in a strange way, it's like you're using that, you're acknowledging that, and you're using it as a drive to prove to yourself that you can do it. I think you know that you've got all the tools of the trade to make this happen. Okay, so what needs to change? What is changing in this situation? You've got the Five of Swords here. Yeah, this is the card about losing a battle but winning the war. So there is some sense of loss or disappointment, perhaps in something that didn't work out. Perhaps you had certain opinions, certain ideas, and they didn't go anywhere. But this is a card about picking up the pieces and trying again. So if you do hit some sort of setback over here, where you perhaps feel a bit trapped by a situation, something didn't work out, a door was closed to you, this is about saying, okay, well, what did I learn from this situation? Picking yourself up and keeping on going. And I think this is something that you're learning to do. You can see here, this person is, it could be you are picking someone else up, or there's another person here who's picking you up. You can see here this person's kind of crying. They don't have any hope. They're kind of despairing in this situation. But this person's saying, no, come on, I'm picking up these swords. We're going to walk away. We're going to live to fight another day. And then they both are walking away. He's kind of, he's recovered from the situation. So there's a recovery aspect from perhaps a previous situation that kind of knocked your confidence. Okay, so where is this leading you? More independence, the ability to stand up for yourself. The Magician in the upright, there you go. So yeah, I told you, you do have everything it takes to make your dreams happen. Yeah, you've got all the tools of the trade there. You're a master manifester. You can make this work. You can make this happen, and this is where it's leading you. You are going to be able to recognize these qualities in yourself. Karma, yeah. You're going to reap what you've sown. And up here you have by the book. So you're wanting to do this by the book. It's interesting because you've got by the book, but then also this underhanded energy that is supporting the reading. So one way or another, somebody's going to get the karma. So if you have done something by the book, then you can expect good karma. If you have been a little bit underhand, now strategy and being underhand are two separate things. You can be very, very strategic in a situation and still generate good karma for yourself. But if you do find that you are perhaps being a little bit backstabby, perhaps doing something that's a bit underhand, you may reap what you sow here. So this is a warning to do things by the book, to do things the right way, because you have the ability. You don't need to be strategic, you don't need to be underhand in any way. But yes, strategy will serve you well. Do be aware that there's that judgment card. It is the judgment card. It says karma on this deck, but it's the judgment card. It's also a card about kind of like phoenix energy of having a rebirth, being able to rise from the ashes. So again, you've got like the whole theme of this kind of has time to go. You're leaving a situation behind. You have this 5 of swords. It's like losing the battle but winning the war. There's a situation here that hasn't worked out, that feels like it was a loss. But you are moving into a whole new cycle, which is very, very abundant. It's going to feel like a rebirth. And you're going to have much more independence as well with this 9 of Pentacles here. You're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and not be self-reliant on other people. Now, that doesn't mean you can't work as a team. It doesn't mean that you can't help other people out or be in a partnership, but you are going to have a sense where you don't feel codependent on anyone else. You're going to have the confidence. You know, look how confident she looks. Like the confidence, the capability to recognize that you can do anything. You are the Magician card here. It's just sort of Gemini, Virgo energy. It doesn't have to be those signs, but I thought I'd mention it. Yeah, standing up for yourself, defending what you need to defend, defending yourself against the judgment of others. The ability to do this, it's really strong energy. You're going to step into, it's like you're going to become the emperor. And you're going to feel it on the inside as well. All right, I hope that was helpful to you little puppy dogs there. And good luck with that. Oh no, I've not done your advice cards. So your advice cards, communication is key, new moon in Gemini. Again, Gemini energy there. You may be kind of mirroring someone. So you do make sure you're communicating with others very, very well there. And it's time to release any negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So yeah, I feel like you are walking away something since you kicked off with that time to go card. And again, this kind of between the wheels card, there's kind of like a situation that was kind of not great that you're leaving behind, that you're walking away from, but release the negativity from that. Learn the lessons with that judgment card. Learn the lessons that this experience has given you. Take the lessons, but release anything toxic, anything negative, because you're moving into a whole new cycle that is going to feel like a rebirth. Yeah, again, this is the lesson you're learning, to be able to pick up the pieces and keep going, and find your confidence and find your self-worth. Okay, brilliant. I'll leave it there. Good luck with that. Do take care. Okay, if you picked the racing car, then this is your spread. Oh, just bumping into everything as I try and move, which is better than the dogs reading, because they were invaded by a cat. So yeah, a little bump, we can deal with that. A little bump in the road, no problems when we're going after our goals, right? So this is your spread. While I was setting up the cards in this layout, I got Dua Lipa's Let's Get Physical. So you may want to go and look up that song. It may have some kind of meaning to you. The lyrics may, certain lyrics may jump out at you that may be helpful for you in this kind of like doing this reflective work. Yeah, it's really stuck in my head actually. Let's get physical all night. I'm running with you. Something, something, something like we ain't got a choice. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. It's like going on in my head. So let's have a look. What are your goals? What are your long-term goals? Treasure Island. Ooh. Strength, success, and the Tower. Interesting. The Tower is interesting. Treasure Island. This is like you're going on some sort of. You're going on a game show. I don't know why I'm getting a game show with the Treasure Island and the 6 of Wands. It's like, yeah, it's like going on some kind of treasure hunt. So you're trying to figure out what you value in life, I feel. What do you value? What if you could open a treasure box, what would be inside it? Yeah, so your goals are to do with, let's have a close look at that card. Yeah, it's different things for different people. Look, it's like stars, hearts, holidays, some kind of knowing there. There's like a face in that card. So whatever is in that box for you, There's something like, it's like I'm kind of getting all that glitters is not gold though. Now, really, what's really standing out to me here with the Treasure Island is this Six of Wands card. Now, your goals involve wanting some kind of reward or recognition, or some kind of victory or success. It's like the Six of Wands is kind of like public recognition, stepping out into the limelight, becoming a star. You may have a long-term goal of becoming a star. The Strength card here is Leo, so it's about strength, but it's also a card about confidence. It's like the strength to do something, the wanting to feel confident enough, working on your confidence so that you can come out into the limelight in some sort of way. And then the Tower is a really interesting goal to have. So it's kind of almost like a revelation. I always said revolution. Some kind of revelation energy, and it's like maybe you want people to see this change in you. You want people to perhaps you feel like people have underestimated you in some way, and it's kind of like, well, I want victory, I want success, I want the confidence, and I want to kind of come in a bit like a shock. I want people to be shocked when I step into this limelight. Possibly, yeah. The Tower does worry me. It's kind of scorpionic energy. It's like somebody that has a sting in the tail. Somebody may be wanting to kind of drop a bit of a bombshell here, which doesn't seem like good karmic energy to me, but I guess we can figure out what's going on there as we read more cards. So let's have a look then. What energy is surrounding the people with the racing car? The turtle. It's funny, you've got a turtle on this card and on this card. I'm getting Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, depending on which one you grew up with. Hard outer shell, soft centre. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, with the strength card here and with the soft centre, it's almost like it could be Cancerian energy that I'm picking up on here. It's kind of like perhaps you're trying to come in under the radar. Yeah, it's like you're doing some kind of long-term surprise, like you're manifesting some kind of surprise. It's like you want to come in under the radar with that turtle energy. You've kind of got your battle armor on a little bit. You're kind of being a bit guarded, a bit secretive, but there's something soft and squidgy on the inside. It's like it's being driven by kind of either emotions, quite soppy emotions, or it's being driven by a sense of feeling very, very fragile underneath. Yeah, confidence could be a real thing that you're working on here. But it's like you go in under the radar, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, ta-da, surprise, reveal, big reveal. Perhaps you're planning a surprise party. Fox, yeah, again, Fox. It's like going in, being a bit sneaky. Yeah, strategic, kind of going in the night, rooting through the bins. Are you rooting through the bins? Probably not. Again, kind of cunning energy. The tarantula, again, the tarantula is kind of like, it hides, it plans, it moves quite slowly in the shadows. It's whatever you're working on, you're kind of doing it in the shadows, you're doing it on the down low. It's kind of like you're kind of keeping it to yourself. You're being quite strategic here with this. Kind of going in, yeah, I really seen it as going in under the radar, and then like this ta-da, this surprise. Okay, so what's an obstacle here? What kind of blockages, obstacles, challenges might the car face on this? There's the fox again. Look, the fox again. So the fox could be another person who's been a bit sneaky, who could really challenge you. Seven of Swords energy. I wonder if you're connecting with the dog, because they had Seven of Swords energy in their reading too. And the Father of Pentacles. Yeah. So the Seven of Swords is somebody who kind of they're quite deceptive. They have kind of like the cards up the sleeve, like they're a little bit tricky, a little bit deceptive. They're quite cunning, they're quite like foxy. Yeah, you can see it's like almost like they're pretending to be asleep, but actually they've got an eye on you. So I really feel like the car is dealing with the dog, because the dog I feel like was being the one that was being kind of deceptive. As the Father of Pentacles, this is earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's yeah, I'm going to point it out because it's a character card. The Father of Pentacles is kind of like somebody, you could be dealing with an actual father or a boss or a husband. It's kind of somebody in a kind of very fatherly position, somebody who's in a position of power or leadership, or a decision maker. Yeah, it's somebody who kind of deals with with things on a very, very practical level. So perhaps you're doing something that seems a bit impractical to this person. They could be coming in as kind of like an obstacle, where it's like, no, how are you going to do this? You need a solid grounded plan. And you're like, well, I have a plan, but I just don't want to tell you about it. That's kind of the way this is coming through for me. Yeah, perhaps you're like the one that's been a little bit sneaky here. It's like, well, I don't really want to tell you the plan because that's going to spoil the surprise. So yeah, but it's an obstacle because you're not telling this person everything that you're up to. They can't really see or understand your perspective. So they may be coming in as a kind of blockage, challenging you, questioning you, because they don't understand, because you're trying to be secretive about this. Does that make any sense to you? I hope it does. What's supporting you is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is another character. This may be either you or somebody literally supporting you. So if this is you feeling very, very creative, very, very driven, very passionate, really kind of going out, getting what you want, vocalizing what you want. It's somebody who's very confident as well. You may be Leo, you may be dealing with the Leo. This is kind of very fire sign energy here with the Strength card as well. It could also be Sagittarius or Aries. So yeah, it's somebody. It's funny that the black cat's here. It's funny that you're showing up with this black cat and the dog was showing up. And my black cat came and interrupted the reading. So I do feel like there's something going on between these two energies. Yeah, so this is someone who's very creative, very passionate about something, and this is what's your strength, right? This is what's driving you, this passion, drive, creativity, this very abundant, like, what's the word, it's like growth energy. It's like the opportunity energy, because you are kind of really fired up and power, like, yeah, really a lot of creativity. Again, some of you may be like literally working on the stage. A lot of confidence here with the Queen of Wands and the Strength card. Could be very like working on your appearance as well, your attractiveness. Yeah, it's like wanting to be in the limelight, almost like wanting to show off, but it's coming through as a strength for you. So yeah, interesting, brilliant energy. This could also be somebody that you're connecting with. It could be somebody who is very, like, really gorgeous, really kind of like draws the eye, funny, kind of passionate, outspoken, creative, fun. So this could be that somebody that's connecting with you, or that you're connecting with, who's literally supporting you and giving you strength with that Strength card there as well. Okay, let's go on to your fears. What are your fears in this situation? The Empress. Interesting, because again, the dog had the Emperor in their fear. This card in particular, this Empress, could be a fear of getting pregnant. Could be, yeah, it could be, but it's also, Empresses are kind of expansion energy. They kind of birth new opportunities, or make things grow. So you could actually be quite scared of perhaps taking the next step in a situation, perhaps growing something that already exists, growing your community, if perhaps you're doing something online with that Six of Wands. It's like, I feel like maybe a dog and a car are getting married here, because yeah. But it's also, the Empress is somebody who takes the lead, takes control. She's all four queens of the tarot. So she could be, you could be finding that because you're moving into the spotlight, you are almost scared of, like, do I have what it takes? Am I really the Empress? I'm going to pull a clarifier, I think, for you on the Empress. Could you tell me why the Empress is here in the fears? Why is the Empress here in the fears? It's hiding. It's almost like I don't want to tell you. Oh, okay. I think I'm seeing what's happening here. with this King of Wands. With this being like a fear of getting pregnant and the King of Wands, and you can see how it's almost like it's quite an aggressive energy. Sorry, I'm getting quite uncomfortable. My camera's in a different position. I'm kind of having to, I'm crawling around it like that tarantula. So yeah, it's almost like scared perhaps of having some sort of sexual encounter, which may leave you pregnant. I'm going to say it as I see it. It's I think a fear of being taken, literally, a fear of being used, a fear of being used sexually. It's like, I'm the Empress, but I'm scared that this King of Wands, who again, you've got a couple here, you've got a pair, the Queen and King of Wands. This is a very, very fiery, very sexually driven, passionate relationship here, and it's like, perhaps because you feel so much sexual tension with this person, perhaps you feel a very, very strong desire to this person. It's almost like, I'm scared that this person is going to not be the Emperor that I want them to be, and they're just going to come in and knock me up and then leave me. They're just coming in to use me. I think this is the fear. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a sexual relationship. It can be a creative project, right? You're coming in to work with somebody in a creative field. You want to expand this situation, but you're a bit scared that this person is just going to kind of come in and use you, basically, I think is the fear. So what needs to change here? You've got the Seven of Swords. So funny. Oh, I can't get over the similarities between the dog and the car here. The Seven of Swords is this deceptive energy. This is what needs to change. The Thief in the Night card. You may have to go and watch that dog reading. The Thief in the Night card. Yeah, the secrets, the secretive energy. This Seven of Swords here as well. It's come out 3 times in these first 2 readings. I can't believe it. The deceptive energy has to change. I think this. I think you know this, which is probably why this Tower card is here in the future. It's like whatever the secrets are, you kind of want to go public. Perhaps you do have a secret relationship here that you want to make public with this Tower card as well. But it's like, perhaps you're anticipating a bit of a backlash for whatever this is. Yeah. So changing it. What's changing? How is this changing? I think what you're not seeing here is that something is already dead. He's taking these 5 swords, but he's leaving these 2 swords behind. But there's actually something that's already ended here. I think possibly, perhaps if this is a relationship here between 2 people, this Queen and King of Wands, perhaps one of you has already left a previous situation, a previous relationship, but you're not sort of admitting it, you're not saying it, you're being a little bit deceptive about it. Or a relationship needs to end, or perhaps this relationship is ending. Something's changing. It's like, I feel like it's the secretive energy that needs to change here. Excuse me, sorry. So where are you heading? Where are your goals taking you? Oh, they're taking you into Empress energy. Well, brilliant. It's like, I'm scared of being the Empress, but tough, because that's where you're going to end up. You may be ending up pregnant. Okay, take it as a warning. If you don't want to have a baby, this is the heads up now that alert, it could happen. But again, the Empress with the 8 of Wands, this is like, you are moving into your true power here. You're moving to your throne. It's like, you're going to have that success, you're going to have that victory, because you're manifesting it for yourself. If you think you deserve it and you have the strength to go for it, you're going to get it. It's going to take you somewhere. It might not exactly be the exact place that you thought you were going to go, but it's going to take you to a position of a power and authority in your own life. And it doesn't even mean you have to like have a job where you're the boss. It could be, but in your own life, you're going to have a sense of, I've got this, I have got this, I've got the confidence, I've got everything I need to make success happen in my life, because I've done it before. Like, you do it and it's like, I can do it now. I'm the Empress. And then it's having this communication and fast action. So yeah, you're moving into Empress energy, taking action, communicating. So looks really good, really, really good. And your advice card here, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Yeah, whatever you're doing, do it with love. Again, if you have a relationship here that is feeling very, very passionate, perhaps you do need to feel the love there to feel secure. You may need to communicate that to this other person, that you need them to show you love. All right, I do hope that was helpful for you, racing cars, and good luck, and I'll be seeing you again soon. Bye-bye. Okay, those of you who chose the hat, are you Mad Hatters? Me too. Right, okay. As I was setting up your cards, I was trying to channel a song, and I got Be My Baby. I think it's by the Ronettes. Be my. For every kiss you give me, I'll give you 3. So nice song there for you. Wonder if it's going to have a love theme. Possibly, maybe. Right, okay, let's see what you have then. What are your goals? Not for you and poised. Interesting combination. Your goals, not for you. You don't want to play games, perhaps. You've got the Queen of Cups. You don't want to play games in love. You've got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Now, I hate the not for you card because it makes me feel rebellious. It's like if you tell me something's not for me, I've got in my chart, I've got Mars in Sagittarius. So it's like if you tell me something is not for me, it makes me want it more. It makes me more determined to prove people wrong and say I can have it. And I think what you want to prove people wrong with is like that you deserve love, that you can give love, and that you deserve love. You're wanting to make some sort of love offer, and it's funny, I had the Ronettes like Be My Baby, right? Poised, it's like you're ready for it. What is this card doing here? I hate this card so much. Nope. Fortune cookie says no, and you're saying, right, well, it's like I'm not playing games. It says nope, but it's on this chessboard. Like, I am not playing games anymore. I am poised and ready, because I have a lot of love to give. It's like the Queen of Cups. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be romance. You could be manifesting romance, but you could just be manifesting new positive relationships in your life. The Ace of Cups is new relationships or newness within a relationship, like reviving a relationship, giving it a whole new lease of life. And the Queen of Cups, like, look, she's like sitting deep in her emotions. The Queen of Cups is somebody who has a real depth of emotion. They have a lot of love to give, and they're not afraid to express it. It's like their love is abundant, the love is everlasting. And it's not just love like in the romantic sense, it's love in the sense of like friendships and family, supporting others, nurturing others. Yeah, it's very supportive, nurturing, emotional, loving energy. Is very, very nice character to be showing up as. Yeah, and wanting to share this with others. Poised and ready, I think, as well, to share this with others. Looking very, very sexy and attractive, I have to say. She's pretty curvy, that fairy. You may be on some sort of pedestal, or be putting someone else on some sort of pedestal. You may be ready to kind of put yourself, put yourself all out there. I'm almost seeing like a debutante ball, right, where it's like the old-fashioned kind of like the coming out ball of like making yourself all fancy and going out and being like, ta-da, I am of age. But it doesn't necessarily mean of age, but it's like kind of like ready to step out into new loving relationships. Okay, what energy is surrounding you? The Emperor is back again. I see the elk as the Emperor. The energy surrounding you, this is coming through as something very, very spiritual. It's almost like spiritual and natural and divinely led. Like, yeah, really getting like the sense of like nature. Like the elk is like very earthy, he's of the forest. Yeah, really feeling like it's very natural for you to be doing this right now. yeah, oh, like, and this kind of antlers are all lit up with kind of like this divine knowledge. My heart just pulled as well. Yeah, I really feel like you're being led by your heart here. Your heart, your intuition, this a feeling with connectedness of spirit and nature, and kind of like taking the lead, but in a very um, nurturing, earthy way. It's like Earth Mother, like Gaia, Gaia energy. It's interesting. Your reading is very, very interesting so far. Okay, so what might you face? What hurdles or blockages may you face as you move towards your goals? The Lovers and the Seven of Cups. A choice in love. Yeah, you are, the Lovers can represent it can represent a kind of almost like a divinely led partnership, um but it can also represent a choice in love, like a choice between two lovers. So, you know, maybe with the Seven of Cups as well, again, it's a card of choice. Kind of sometimes feeling a bit overwhelmed by how much choice you have. There may be a lot of people coming to you with offers of love, of friendship, and it's almost like it's like it's almost like you're ready for this, right? Which is why you got that poised card there, and it's kind of like this energy of being very, very like expressive with love, very abundant, beautiful, goddess-like energy is really attracting a lot of energy to you, a lot of offers. So you're kind of having to figure out, I'm getting told, cutting the wheat from the chaff. Don't even really understand what that phrase means, but it's what I heard in my head as I was talking about this. Yeah, figuring out, what do I want? So I've got an empty cup. What do I want to fill it with? Who am I going to allow to fill my cup? But I think you do have your eye on a specific someone with that Lovers card, or you have a very specific idea, a kind of a stereotype of kind of what you're looking for. But again, it could potentially be that you're being very, very drawn to someone here who feels like they're your perfect match. You're feeling almost like divinely guided towards a certain person. And sometimes what I like about this card is, like, if there was anything that felt unclear, perhaps there was secrets in a situation, perhaps a lot of people coming to you with offers, it's almost like, well, this is the cup I'm choosing because I have clarity here. There's some kind of like clarity that will allow you to know which cup to choose if you were feeling a little bit confused. I feel like that's where the blockage is, though. It's like the confusion, because perhaps you have it's like confusion over the choices that you may have to make in love or relationships. Okay, so what's supporting you on your journey towards your goals? Oh, look, fate, fortune yeah, fortune favors the bold. Pops into my head. It's one of my favorite sayings. It's like fate is going to hand you some sort of opportunity, and you're going to take it. It's an opportunity to learn something new, to learn new skills. It could kind of be like a job offer where you have to go in at an apprentice level, or just some sort of opportunity that is going to allow you some sort of growth, yeah, some sort of learning or growth, and it's something very, very tangible, and fate is bringing this in for you. It's like, seize this opportunity with both hands when it comes. But what are your fears? What are your fears? Look at all the pentacles over here as well. Like, these cards, I can't put them face down, they're double-sided, but like, it's almost like this is the pentacle in your hands. It's like fate has put something in your hands. This is like the pentacle again, this wheel. Here again, pentacle into someone's hands, pentacle into someone's hands. It's like, it's really showing me really, really strongly that there's some kind of opportunity that you're going to take. It's like a golden opportunity, and it's like divinely guided. This is like divinely guided. This is kind of divinely guided. This is divinely guided. A golden opportunity that's divinely guided. Okay, so this is your fears. Now, what do you fear? You're fearing that there may be some kind of conflict over your wishes. That's how I'm reading this today. The Nine of Cups is a card about being able to make yourself happy, knowing what makes you happy, finding that happiness inside within yourself, not being codependent, not needing anyone else to kind of fill that cup for you. It's like, you've got this happiness. I think you've got this already, right? Because you're showing up as like poised and ready to offer your cup to others. You're ready to enter into kind of like that Ten of Cups energy, which is like being good on your own and sharing that with others and having it reciprocated in a really, really balanced, happy way. So I think actually what you're fearing is, as you move towards your wishes, your wish fulfillment, that you're going to be facing this conflict here with the Five of Wands. Literally, it can be like violence, conflict, arguments. It's also a card about competition. You may be facing some sort of competition in regards to your wishes, your wish fulfillment. You may have to kind of like fight off the competition to get your happiness, to get your wish fulfillment. Somebody could be drinking too much though as well. The Nine of Cups to me is a card where particularly the imagery on this card can indicate somebody overindulging in drink, so do be wary of that. But the Ten of Cups is behind them, so yeah, there could be a relationship. A sort of second message, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. A second message is that you may be in a relationship or have been in a relationship where people drink too much and that leads to conflicts and arguments, but it's like perhaps being scared of leaving this, because if there is some kind of codependency here, because it's kind of showing as the Ten of Cups behind this person with the Nine of Cups, which is more independent energy. So yeah, it could be that you are leaving a situation where there has been problems in regards to people overindulging, which causes conflict and arguments and fighting. Yeah, and you're worried about how this is going to happen, but it's like, take the offer when it comes, take the opportunity. Let's move over to this side, because what's changing here? So you do have this Ace of Pentacles, so you've got two aces here, so this is two new starts, a new start in emotions, a new start in something that's tangible and real. Again, it could be like a job, education, what could it be? A gift of some kind, because it's showing again with this Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles can be bringing a gift or an opportunity. You've got the Page of Pentacles here and here. It's in your supportive energy, and it's what needs to change. So I think what needs to change is that when this offer comes in, the supportive energy of this golden opportunity being offered to you, a gift or something, an opportunity to learn something new, you need to take it, you need to seize it, because the Knight of Swords is here, and the Knight of Swords is someone who has a lot of clarity, a lot of truth, and they take action towards what they want, towards communicating what they want. There could be somebody coming in with news about a new opportunity. They're both facing towards the future here. So what could change though? What could change? What could change is that, again, it's like seizing that pentacle, but it could take you to a new place. You may have to go to a different place to seize this opportunity. Perhaps it's something you've wished for, and then it becomes something more tangible. The Horn of Plenty is empty there. It's like, if your Horn of Plenty felt empty, if you felt like you didn't have your abundance, it's like this is the opportunity that you need to take. Or it's like, oh, do you know what it might be? It might be an opportunity coming back around. If you've missed an opportunity, it might come back around for you. You can see how they face a different way. I feel like this person is bringing this opportunity or gift or news or offer into you. So this is where the change is. It's like a switch around energy. Okay, so where is this leading you? Where are your goals leading you? Oh, possibly to some kind of higher spiritual awareness here. It could be marriage. The Hierophant card, the High Priest card, is a card about marriage. It's also a card about learning to trust. Trust in the traditional, trust in the powers that be, in there could be some kind of like formal situation here that's like a workplace, like a formal workplace, a church, a traditional structure of some kind. It's higher learning. It's the higher learning card as well, the High Priest. And I did have, excuse me, these two pages, and I was saying it's like a learning opportunity, and the High Priest can be a learning opportunity. There's some kind of balance here coming in for you as well. Six of Pentacles is a card about balance. It's also a card for me about redistributing wealth. So it's like a financial balance. If you felt like you've not had a financial balance in the past, it's like this is coming in for you now to kind of reset that almost. there could be kind of some kind of decision being made in your favor in regards to money, possibly like a money being balanced. And the Hermit card there as well. You may do some more spiritual work. You may do some also almost like isolation, where you're kind of going to go on a bit of a spiritual journey here. Do some inner reflection. I may pull another card on this because I'm a little bit confused about. I mean, there's two major arcanas here together, so this is kind of like some kind of spiritual. Like it's like some kind of higher knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Can you explain to me the connection between the High Priest and the Hermit? Thank you. You're moving on from a situation. Possibly moving on from a situation where you felt like there wasn't balance and there wasn't fairness. The High Priest is now pointing up towards this, and I was talking about could be a situation where people have been there's been conflict in regards to people overindulging. Perhaps one person has taken too much from a relationship, and now fate and karma and the universe, it could be like the God card, right, is coming in to balance out the situation to make it more fair. And you're perhaps moving on from a situation that felt like it was choppy waters. Can I get one more card on this Hermit, please? Three of Cups. Maybe turning your back on. This is kind of a card about solitude, where it's kind of like turning your back on perhaps people in your life who weren't good for you, gossipy friends perhaps, or people who would gossip, bitch, sorry for swearing, meddle, and it's like, I'm good on my own, I've got the kind of my spiritual knowledge, I'm balanced, moving on to calmer waters. Oh, and then the Sun card. Hey, okay, we're ending on a good card there. But ultimately, that leaves you to your ultimate happiness, because it's like you're good on your own now. You're independent. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Again, it could be you and someone else kind of like reflecting here, kind of mirroring somebody else with your energy. And a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. And it's funny, I was sort of like seeing the scales here with this Six of Pentacles card. New romantic cycle begins, which is what you wanted, right? You've got that Ace of Cups. It's what you were manifesting. All right, I hope that was helpful to you. Do take care, and I will see you again soon. Hello to those of you who picked the Thimble. This is your spread. Now, as I was setting up the reading, I kind of tried to channel a song, and I got hollow. Drown me in love, fill up my cup. I'm hollow. I can't remember who sings it. I might have to look it up and pop it in the description box. But your goals: breathe, chop wood. Oh yeah, no wonder you've got the Thimble card, right? This is like a card about like putting the work in, doing what needs to be done. And soulmates. Okay, so nice to see the soulmate energy there. The breathe card is like rest and relaxation, meditation, taking the time out to it's almost like you're trying to balance doing the hard work, putting the work in, putting in the effort in regards perhaps to a soulmate situation. Could be love, could just be you wanting to work with somebody else who you feel like you're on a kind of like an eye to eye level, like a balanced, fair, like kind of like one of those relationships where you just have a connection with somebody, right? You get each other, and you want a balance between putting the work in and also having like time for rest and relaxation. It's like wanting a good work-life balance, wanting like a really balanced life, like the recreation, the like putting the work in when necessarily, and having a healthy love life. You kind of want it all, but you want it balanced. Page of Swords, Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Ouchie. So your goals. You are, I think, healing from a situation in the past. With this Six of Cups here, that was a bit noisy. It kind of gives me this sense of nostalgia for the past, for childhood. it is a card about finding emotional balance, balance with balancing out relationships in your life. And I think this is in regards to this Five of Pentacles here, which is a sense of disappointment, something not working out. There kind of being some kind of loss, some kind of, it could be like a financial loss. Perhaps you lost a childhood home or something like this, or perhaps yeah, some kind of tangible loss, some situation that didn't work out in regards to your past, to your childhood. You're kind of re-looking at this, I think, sort of going back and healing those wounds. The Page of Swords is about seeing things clearly, and learning from a situation. So I think this is part of your process about finding this good balance, because you're kind of aware of this past situation, and perhaps wanting to find, not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. And this might not be your past mistakes, it could be like parents' past mistakes. Perhaps your parents were in a relationship where they didn't have a good balance, and perhaps that caused problems. So you're thinking, well, I want to have a relationship that is balanced, something like this. Okay, so but yeah, I'm just seeing it as having like a really stable life where you've got a good work-life balance, and you've healing past wounds, and you've got like a stable, trustworthy people around you. So what energy is surrounding you here? The Cobra. Okay, do be careful. The Cobra is kind of an obsessive energy. This could be somebody around you, feeling kind of obsessed with you. It's also very, very sexual, this card. It's a card, it's yeah, it's like sexual intensity. Somebody could be feeling very, very, very like intensely passionate towards you, watching you very, very closely. We'll find out more about that, I think, down here. Actually, let's go to that now, because this is your the problems that you might face when trying to achieve your goals. So the hurdles you might face. Just 1 second. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this is somebody not putting the work in. You've got that Chopwood card, and this is like, it may be a challenge for somebody because it's so repetitive to keep putting the work into something. It could, again, be in regards to some kind of higher level commitment. It could be, I am seeing kind of like something to do with the home here, perhaps. Somebody not putting the work into a high level relationship. Yeah, and it's interesting as well, there's this key here. It's like this crow is bringing in this key, and you can see here this person's kind of lamenting what they've lost, but what they don't see is that it's like feeling like they're out in the cold, feeling like they're shut out from a situation. But what we have here is like a key which can unlock that door, and it's right there. If she just looks up, she'll see that that key is there. So it's almost like this higher, it's kind of like high, little fly there, this higher level learning, higher level knowledge, which yeah, someone's not putting the work out in, someone feels out in the cold. This that looked terrifying. Just kind of tried to go up my nose. Ew, ew. I'm gonna move over here. Fly, please go away. So yeah, okay. Temperance. Yeah, there's a sense of needing to balance out a situation. Got 2 cards here about emotional balance, and like this breathe energy. Yeah, I think, you know, you kind of, this is what you're doing. You're doing some sort of healing, I think, from a previous relationship, possibly. Could be, again, something from your childhood, something from your past that made you feel almost like abandonment issues. Temperance is like the time it takes to do this healing, to find this balance. And the 9 of Cups. Yeah, so the challenge you're facing, the blockage that you're facing, is a sense of just 1 second, I want to have a think about this. The challenge that you're facing is overcoming this energy where it's like this out in the cold energy, almost like possibly like imposter syndrome. I don't deserve this energy, or a feeling of like fear of abandonment, because you're getting the 9 of Cups, which is a card about wishes fulfilled, emotional abundance, and being good on your own emotionally. So I think this is what you're doing, actually. It's like you're doing this kind of almost this healing work with that breathe card there, kind of doing this reflection on things from the past and healing from it and finding again that emotional balance. But it's a challenge for you, it's difficult for you. It's really good though. So it's not showing up as a problem, it's showing up as a challenge. There is a difference. This isn't a hurdle, it isn't a blockage, it's a journey, it's a life lesson, it's a path for you. It may be a challenge for you to keep doing this work though. You may find it boring, you may want to give up, but it's like it's kind of almost like divinely guided here as well, for you to do this. So do keep at it. There's a lot of value. It's leading you to a really good place where you're happy and healed. It's releasing you from any codependent energy that you may have had, any sort of need to be recognized and valued by others because you recognize and value yourself. So couldn't be a better problem to have, because you're doing it. It's difficult, but you can do it. It's good. It's not a blockage, it's a journey. So what's supporting you? Nine of Wands. Yeah, you've got this. You've absolutely got this. The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. This is somebody who has perseverance. They get knocked down, but they get back up again. They're giving me Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. It's a silly song. But it's like, it's that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't ever gonna keep me down. And this is what you're doing. You've had those hits, you've had those knocks, but you're getting up, you've got that warrior energy. It's like you're gonna keep chopping the wood. It's like, I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to chop the wood. I'm going to get to the end of this journey. And it's this healing journey. And that ability to keep on going, that ability to have that perseverance, that wounded warrior energy, it's brilliant. It's really brilliant. I call it my polar bear energy. It's the good thing about the Nine of Wands is that it's reaching the end of a journey. It's reaching the 10 of Wands, which is the point where you can put down your burdens. So you may feel like it's been a long road, but you're so close. You're getting there, and that's your strength. Okay, what are your fears? Your fears, definitely, you've got abandonment issues. This is a fear of being like shut out from the good times, shut out from not being able to reach the party, the friends and the family, not having a good time with everybody. It's a feeling of being shut out, like not being invited out by your friends. You're scared of missing out. You're scared of being shut out, being left out in the cold, from friends, from family, from relationships, which is why I think your goal is this soulmate energy, because you want the people who love you for you, right? Who are never going to shut you out, who are always going to be there for you. And brilliant, because if that's what you want, then you have self-respect. Okay, that's a good goal to have. My throat's closing up. I've been talking for a while now. So where this is taking you, don't worry, this is not as scary as it looks. This is showing me that there's something ending. And what I see ending for you, and it's a complete end, it's like something that you are completely cutting out of your life, turning your back on. It's like no more. What's ending for you is the feeling of things being out of your reach, a feeling that things are going to be impossible for you, a feeling that one wave could knock you out emotionally. You're kind of starting to believe that the impossible is possible for you, but there's going to be some kind of competition around this, some kind of conflict, but you're kind of like almost like ending that as well. It's like ending any feelings of like not deserving something, feeling like you've got to fight for things. The Moon card is here. It's a card about intuition, trusting your intuition to lead you through difficult times. It's also a card about secrets. So I think you're ending any situations where you feel like people have been keeping secrets from you. It's like you want the clarity. You're going to trust your intuition. Oh, and I didn't do this card for you. This is what's changing for you. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups is here. Page of Cups is here. Why is the Page of Cups changing? You're believing in the impossible now. It's like if you felt like you were in the dark with this Moon card, if you felt like there were secrets and lies, like friends or family, people were keeping secrets from you, keeping you in the dark. It's like it's that you're stepping out of that energy now. You are coming into the sunlight. You're surfacing on the beach. It's like coming out of the emotional waves. Totally ending. Could be like family conflict, right? It's like fighting in the family that would completely like secrets, fighting, situations where the people around you were just over emotional, and it would knock you down, but no more. This is a card that says no more. I'm that situation is ended for it at me. I'm not letting people treat me like that anymore. I'm gonna walk away from these situations. And it doesn't mean you have to cut ties with people. It just means that you're not gonna stand there and take their BS anymore, right? It's like I believe in my dreams. I believe that what I thought I didn't deserve, I now deserve it. And it's also a card about being ready to take a new leap in love, in relationships. You're looking for your soulmate and you're believing that it's possible and you're believing that you deserve it. Boom, brilliant. Thimbles. Good, well done for putting that hard work in. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. And expect powerful change. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you've been in this energy where you have felt like you don't deserve anything, you felt like you're shut out, you feel like people don't treat you well, and you find that Nine of Cups energy where it's like, I'm good on my own, you can't knock me down anymore. You know, if you knock me down, I'm just going to get back up again, and I'm going to believe that I am worth somebody who's going to treat me like that soulmate. Of course, you can have a powerful change if that's the change. Brilliant, Thimbles. Brilliant. Well done. Couldn't have asked for a better reading. Do take care. I have asked for you, ships, for a song. So I kind of channeled a song as I was setting out your cards, and I've got Get Free by Lana Del Rey. Sometimes I feel like there's a war in my mind, something, keep riding the ride, and then I do, right, yeah. So you may want to go and look up the lyrics to that song. It may be relevant to you, but let's have a look at what your goals are, your long-term goals. Never-ending story, loyal heart, happy, happy, joy, they're giving me Ren and Stimpy, unfinished symphony, never-ending story, and unfinished symphony. Loyal heart and happy. I think there may be a relationship from the past that you feel like you never wrapped up. I feel like it could even be something that never got off the ground right. It's like an opportunity for happiness, and you perhaps felt it with somebody, you felt the connection there, but perhaps there were circumstances that prevented you from getting together with this person. Loyal heart there as well. I'm seeing it as like with it being owls, it's like this knowledge between you. It's like your eyes locked and you just knew that you both felt the same way. And it's like you almost saw this perfect, like this perfect future with this someone. It's like you went into this dream space where you had like the perfect life and you were happy with this person, but it was just a flash, like just an image, just a dream. But it's like that moment passed you by and you want to go back. You want to go back to this person, to that moment, and kind of give it a try. It's like this is your goal. It could be someone like from your past. I'm always seeing like a prom. Never-ending story, unfinished symphony. Yeah, you've got unfinished business with somebody, in regards to your happiness, in regards to some kind of connection, loyalty. It's like, I always feel like there's been someone who has, like, it's like a friend, and they've always supported you. They've always been there for you. It's like that love that they have, that loyalty that they have for you. And then again, it doesn't have to be romance, right? But it's like that steadfastness that they have for you, or that you have for someone else. It's like you're always there for them. You're always going to be there for them. But there's something that's unfinished, and you want to finish that symphony. You want to see where that takes you. Yeah, oh yeah. Temperance and the Ten of Cups. It's like you've waited for this for a long time. You've been so patient for the longest time. Perhaps this person's been with someone, or you've been with someone, and it's not been able to happen. But it's almost like the time is coming. Like look at Look at the hourglass. Thank you to the person who reminded me what these were called when I kept calling them egg timers. Hourglass. Perhaps this person has an hourglass figure, or you have an hourglass figure. You can see there's that heart in there. It's not adjusting very well, but that heart actually has like almost like a spin the bottle on it with which says love, yes and no. It's like the sands of time are running out. Are you going to finish this symphony? You may be worried about getting older. You see happiness, happy here with this rainbow, and this rainbow comes down into this big swirl around these two people in this 10 of cups. This 10 of cups is like, it's like a connection that just makes you happy. It's somebody who just makes you happy, and it's like you don't even care. You could not have anything. Like ideally, right, you'd have the 10 of cups and the 10 of pentacles. It'd be like a happy house, happy home. But this is like, I could live in a tent and be happy with this person. All I need is this love. All you need is love. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. You're getting a lot of songs. Perhaps songs remind you of this person. Again, unfinished symphony. You could actually be finishing a song. You could have wrote a song for this person, or done like a mixtape. I'm seeing a mixtape, like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like you've like, have you done a mixtape for this person but you never gave it them? Or like maybe you want to dedicate a song to them. The songs are important. Oh, I like this reading. Okay, so what energy is surrounding you? The Deer. Oh my goodness, it's like new and innocent and pure. Loyal heart as well. I'm seeing like white heart. The white heart was like a white stag. That was like, what was it, like one of the Richards emblems. But it's like something, it's almost coming through as like very, very pure, almost like naive, almost like it's like almost like you're scared to, you might frighten this person away, or this person might frighten you away. It's like if you try and make this happen, if you approach this person, it doesn't take much to startle each of you. It's really like new love. Like I'm really seeing like prom, like a prom. People who are really, really nervous because like they're so excited. It's really nice. What's the hurdle? What's the Nine of Pentacles? So the problem that you may face here, the kind of sticking point, I'm seeing like tires stuck in the mud, is that it may be a struggle for someone to be financially independent, because this with these feathers I'm seeing freedom. It's like this person may not have the freedom to be able to do what they want to do because they don't have the finances to do it. Yeah, there may be money troubles here that are preventing you two from coming together, or from moving or completing whatever this is up here that you want to complete. But what energy is supporting you? Believing in the impossible, making a love offer, making a very naive, very genuine, very innocent love offer, and also learning to stand up for yourself. Somebody's learning to stand up for themselves, to fight off the competition, to defend something. Maybe somebody has to defend their position in regards to making some kind of love offer that seems kind of almost impossible to make. Yeah, but this is showing you as your strength. It's like the energy supporting this is that somebody is going to stand up for themselves, that they are going to let themselves believe in the impossible. They're going to make a love offer and defend themselves in making it. My throat closing up, that's my throat chakra. Or it may just be because I've done a total of 5 readings in one video. We shall see. What are the fears in this situation? The fears are the fears and the nightmares. Perhaps you're scared of your nightmares coming true. You're scared of, I'm always seeing this as skeletons in the closet today. It's like perhaps you've got secrets from the past. You're worried about things coming to the surface, like you're coming for your past coming back to haunt you. You're worried about it's almost like you're worried about your nightmares coming true. The Four of Swords is a card about mental anxiety, about kind of thinking too much, kind of needing to take a time out, needing to take a rest. It's almost like you or this person, it's like one of you is scared that your thoughts are going to hold you back. You're gonna think yourself out of this, is what I'm getting. That's the fear. You or the other person, there's a fear that somebody is going to like logically think themselves out of a situation here. Like talking themselves out of it. I'm really running out of space for your reading. I'm going to have to speed up. I'm sorry. What's changing? The Ace of Wands, some kind of passionate, new, something passionate, something new, something creative, something with a lot of energy and action behind it. It's almost like hitting like a lightning bolt. The Knight of Cups here is turned away. He's turning towards his hopes, his dreams, his wishes. But he's quite defensive here. So what's going to change is that this offer is going to feel like a phoenix moment. It's like a new birthing something new, like freedom. It's almost like that hand is going freedom, and it's coming in with this love offer. So it's like when that knight makes this offer, comes in like a knight in shining armor, holds his passion. He's like defensive, standing up for the things he's passionate about, for the things for the person he loves. That's kind of like what needs to change here. It's going to feel like a phoenix moment. Where is this leading you? Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to pull more cards on this, and I'm just about to run out of space for it. 1 second. I squeezed out another minute there. So why is the Four of Cups here? Strength and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a fear that somebody, it's going to take a lot of strength to make some kind of tangible offer to somebody. There's a fear here of somebody not taking an offer. It's going to take a lot of strength to make the offer. There's a fear that somebody's not going to take the offer. But what is the Tower moment doing here? What is the Tower moment doing here? What is the Tower moment doing here, please? Oh, please, I don't have the time to keep... The Four of Swords. So whatever happens, when this offer is made, what's going to happen is it's going to bring a lot of clarity to the situation. That's going to get people out of that being stuck in the head energy. It's whichever way, it's like whichever way the cookie crumbles, it's going to bring a lot of clarity to the situation and get people out of that overthinking energy. So it's almost like just make the offer, and Queen of Cups is on the bottom there, and see where it goes, because being stuck in this energy is mentally torturous. So your advice card though is a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra, exactly. So it's almost like just bite the bullet and do it, make the offer, because no matter if that person takes the offer or they don't, at least you will be out of this stuck energy. And perhaps you won't get that relationship with that person that you've got your eye on, but you have a lot of love to give and you know what you want now, so you can draw a line under that and move on from it and move towards a situation where you can have that. So it doesn't matter which way this goes, because it's almost like you've got this strength to stand up for yourself now, and you can take that love elsewhere if it doesn't work out, because at the moment you don't know which way it's going to go. All right, I do hope that was helpful to you. Do take care. I really hope that works out for you. You get the person of your dreams. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.